Have you ever encountered somebody who seems resistant to your ideas, who kind of seems to want to fight with you, oppose you, maybe they seem quite obstinate or stuck or difficult in some way? And how do you imagine that person? If it's a specific person you're thinking of, how do you imagine them when they're being resistant to your ideas? Are they kind of, how do you picture them in your mind? Are they kind of arms crossed, crunchy face, grumpy face, shaking their head? So here's an idea that transformed the way I thought about conflict and transformed the way I dealt with people who perhaps in the past I would have thought of as resistant. What if there is no such thing as resistance, but merely attraction to an alternative? Think about that one for a moment. If you imagine somebody, rather than being resistant, if you imagine that very same person as being attracted to an alternative, now how do you picture them? For me, I kind of imagine the person's looking over somewhere else. But what that encourages me to do, I kind of now want to come round and have a look at what are they looking at, because I want to know what is it that they're looking at and what is attractive about that. Because if I can find out what's attractive, what it gives them, what they get from it, then I've got a better chance of bringing that into my own proposal, idea, in order to get them on board. It also encourages me, rather than talking at them and telling them my idea over and over again and trying to convince them, it encourages me to ask more questions about what is it that they're looking at, what is it that they get from that, or what is it about that that's interesting to them, what is it that's attractive about that to them, and to really find out much more about that in order to then, how do I bring that stuff over there into my idea, into my proposal, to give them what it is that they want.